Good afternoon. My name is Russell Klosk. I've spent the last 32 years of my life thinking about the future of work and workforce planning. I'm currently a management consulting executive. I've also worked as an internal human resources business person over the years for some of the largest corporations on the planet. I want to talk to you today about what is going on in the world. And I want to make 3 points. And I want to talk about how AI and other technologies are changing jobs, and why that makes, as point number one, strategic workforce planning critical to today's world. So when we talk about strategic workforce planning, we are talking about the ability to model what the future of work is. And by that, I mean, how do jobs change? What are the skills you need to do now versus what are the skills that, as this AI comes into the job, will change the way you work, and therefore you need different skills to leverage it. And as well as what work is done where, whether it's done by a machine, whether it's done by a person, whether it's done by direct labor, whether it's done by indirect labor. The ability to model all those things allows a business and a business person to make informed business decisions about how they're going to invest, to answer questions like, just because I can change something, should I change it? And what are the impacts on adjacent jobs and adjacent functions that'll have to change in my processes and the way that work is constructed? The second point I'd like to make is about investing in HR analytics and predictive modeling. That's about how do you monitor that what you actually predicted and what you thought would happen is actually happening. And if it didn't happen because something changed in the business world, so I said I was going to hire 30 people, I was only able to hire 25. Did I bring in temporary workers to do the work that wasn't getting done by permanent staff? Did the work not get done? Did I shift it to consultants? Did I move it from one location to another? I'm shifting them around, and I'm making educated decisions on what's going on. So I'm not just creating a plan and then trying to execute on it for the next 3 to 5 years. I'm making a plan, and then I'm monitoring it on a monthly or quarterly basis, and I'm adjusting it on a monthly or quarterly basis. And so it becomes a living and breathing thing that is tied to my business. And then finally, you have to leverage your global talent management capabilities. Your talent management capabilities are the execution. The plan will tell you what you have to do and when you have to do it. Hire X number of people, train Y number of people in this skill, upskill Z number of people in these 3 things, and change the jobs 14 months from now, whatever those things are. But just because you have the answer doesn't mean you haven't done the work. You have to do the work. So how does recruiting work? How does training work? How does succession management work? What does leadership development look like? How do your business processes change as a result of all this work and labor that you've changed to execute on your business strategy? To do that, you have to leverage all of your global talent management capabilities. So my point, the future of work isn't something to fear. AI isn't the enemy. AI is something that is going to change absolutely every job over the next, call it 5 to 8 years. We're right at the beginning of this journey of this 5th industrial revolution. It's not the end of it. So you want to do it in an intentional way, in a deliberate way. You want to monitor both the impacts on your business and ability to execute on business strategy, but also what you're spending and how you're spending it and when you're spending it to make sure that you're doing things wisely. All of that is what goes into strategic workforce planning. And the data-driven insights and talent management allow you to execute on that and realize your business objectives while driving better talent outcomes for your employees. So they'll be more engaged, higher productivity, and happier at the end of the day. That's my spiel. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to learn more, the best thing I can do is direct you to my website, russellklosk.com, and happy to talk more about it.